G'day champions, how the flippin' heck are yous? What's going on? Are we live? I think we're live. Whatever. So I think I showed this amp some time ago. Feels like a fortnight, it's probably been like 3 months. Well, what's the date on the quote? 6th of March. That's not too bad, a month and a bit. So that during the previous live stream was just me assessing the thing for a quote, and then it sits on the, as AVE would say, the healing bench to come up to temperature, and then we actually get to work once I'm good and bloody ready. So I'm good and bloody ready. This was the De-Fromel thing where I had a big whinge about De-Fromel mods. And what I want to do is, I don't want to just go a bullet a gate. I want to circle everything that was changed. Overexposed like crazy there, but there we go. It's all coming clear. So I want to figure out, because what De-Fromel does is they go step by step, 30 bloody pages of instructions, but no clear image of what you're doing, what it hopes to achieve, and why it does that. So it's just step by step, do this, do that, do this, do that. It's not saying, okay, we're changing the value of the bypass cap for tightening up the bottom end. It doesn't give you any explanation. You don't know why you're doing it. You're just doing it because you're getting told to do it, and it's in the overpriced kit, right? Very overpriced kit. So I want to try and figure out the logic behind this. I can understand value changes in this amp. I mean, that's something I do too. And a few, you know, clip out a few components, change some values, upgrade a few things. Obviously the low voltage supply, temperature management issues, and things like the input jacks on some of them. This one's got the okay ones. But removing the relays, throwing bodge wires here and there and links, and removing components and running extra wires. I want to try and figure out what the goal was there, because now what that relay is removed and it's got stuff linked to other stuff, that relay's still there. So yeah, they've changed the structure of the circuit in some respects, so I want to figure out what that is and what maybe reverse engineer their thinking, and try and figure out why they think that's such a great idea. So the customer was nice enough to print out a big nice A3 schematic and layout for me, so let's take advantage of that. It's the right model, isn't it? Hot Rod Deluxe DeVille 3. Ugh. Number 3, what's the difference? I don't think there is a difference. This is just your not the reissue, but just the Hot Rod Deluxe, not the 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever. So I think that will be adequate. I just checked that the component designators are the same, because I think on the different versions, some of them C something is C something else, R something is R something else. So we'll just check that that's the correct one. C1 and R5 is the first stage. C1 and R5. Okay, so I think that's the correct one. So this board is dated, well, copyright 2002. Anyway, I think I'm crossing streams with Dave Friedman, and let's face it, Davo's always going to win, unfortunately. I only have right now to do a stream, but you know, I'll go back and watch his stream later on. I think it's just Ask Dave. There's no guest this week, but they're cool as well. I asked him a question, and then I had like 3 customers come in, so I don't know if he answered it or not. Anyway, so for this, I think what we'll do is we'll fully remove the board. Let's run over what was actually done to the thing. Now this owner was very humble about it, and he was sort of came to me cap in hand and said, look, I've done this, can you reverse it? I said, sure, no worries, champ. Now I'm trying a new mic today. I've given the Electro Boys thing the arse, thrown it straight in the fuck it bucket, and moved on to the Rode Wireless Go. It's a little tiny little transmitter thing that fits in your pocket. There he is, and I've got the lav with it as well. How's it sound? Sound better than the shitbox Electro Voice, noisy, fucking crackly piece of crap? Expensive pile of shit. Compressor is Brockwald. So much low-end noise. Alright, let me see that, because it was set up for something else, different levels. Filters. Oh, yeah. Let's get rid of, let's lift the threshold. Alright, how's that? Let's drop the ratio. Horatio. And hopefully it doesn't clip. The attack is 1 millisecond. So it hopefully grabs all those transients. How's it sound now? Any better? Any better? Is that better? Is that better? Now it's clipping. What for you clip for? Maybe the phone's doing things too. Phone. Maybe the camera's doing things. It wouldn't be a Brad's Guitar Garage stream if I didn't fuck around with the camera for half an hour, eh? Mic level. Automatic gain control on. Let's set it to just auto. Alright, what's that like? No, that's worse. Mic level. Set. And forget. What's that like? Clipping? Still boomy. Alright, what's that like? Still clipping? What the fuck? Let's go minus 30 dB. What the hell? What's that like? Is that better? Is that better? Is that better? Is that better? Turn AGC off. It's shit. I don't know how to do that. Menu. Record setup. Motherfucker assist. Low cut off. You want low cut on? Alright, what's that like now? Is that better? 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 Bring it up 9 dB. Fuck, I love talking to audio engineers. You know your shit. You know your shit. So it's either auto or can't you turn AGC? Oh, AGC off. Sorry, I'm reading it upside down. Come up 9 dB. I'll come up. Come up bloody more than that, mate. How's that? That's better. Too low now. Okay, how about now? Is that better? How's that? How are we? Primo. Fuck yeah. We got there in the end, legends. Now remember that setting. Write it down for me, would you? So also, I got a little Prezi. Check it out. Now I can't lie about how long jobs take me because you can see the watch. Turn off the low cut. Okay. Menu. Record setup. Low cut. Off. Alright, how's that? Are we clipping now? Alright, sweet. Sorry, our man Lyle noticed that I damaged my watch in the last one and I had to repair it because the wood ring around it was trying to fall out because I knocked it too many times on stuff. That, and it was metal, and the clip would catch on things and undo itself while I was working on anything tight. And the other reason was it was going out, not this one, the analog one, it was stopping. I couldn't realise why the time kept going out, right? The time would start drifting, but it was only when I was at work. It's like time really does slow down when you're at work. Literally. I'll just get it now, hang on. They're playing back the Green Day at Goat Island concert that was recorded in the year 2000. I really wanted to go to that, and I think I had a big sulk. I think I had a big sulk because mum and dad wouldn't let me go to see the gig because I was, what, year 10? I was like 16. I wanted to go to Goat Island and watch Green Day, and they wouldn't let me, and I had the shits big time. Year 2000 was the year that I wanted independence, but I wasn't ready for it. I wanted to go to the city by myself with my mates and stuff, and mum and dad are like, nope. We know what you're going to do. You're going to get up to no good. So anyway, that watch there, the wood was starting to come out. It's got a crack there. Now, Shell gave me this one, and she got it engraved. So it means a bit, so I should probably stop wearing that at work. But when I'm working on speakers near magnets, it stopped. And the time would go out. And I'd often set the timer to figure out pricing for jobs, how long it took and whatever. And the timer would fucking stop, wouldn't it? So any time I was working on a speaker cabinet, would not get billed. So, Lyle, our man Lyle, sent me this one because he's a bloody champion. And to be honest, I think this is the most expensive watch I've ever owned. Thank you very much, good man. I appreciate it a lot more than I could say, because I was having a really bad week, and then that really cheered me up. So anyway, what is de-Fromel-ization? Well, Fromel is a bit of a swindler and sells very expensive kits that don't really do much, and very poor instructions on how to install them. And it implies that anyone, or they imply that anyone can do this to your own amp, right? So everyone's like, fuck yeah, I'll transform my amp into a killer machine. And they try it and they destroy their amp because they've got no experience with electronics. They don't have the correct tools. And they're basically doing mods that do nothing. Just arbitrary replacements, and they destroy their amp every time. They get you to do pointless shit like replace the ribbon cable because ribbon cable bad, individual cable good, things like that. They give you low quality expensive parts with no instruction on how to mount them properly, so then you get stuff like this. So we'll go over everything. The only thing they've got going for them is that they use F&T caps, and that's good. But yeah, every time I get one of these in that someone's attempted, even other techs have attempted, the amp's pretty well destroyed, right? Like almost beyond repair. This guy was pretty distraught because he did it to himself and he was very humble about it. And I said, look, I'll see what I can do. I'll have a look and see how bad the damage is. And it's significant. So we went over it in the previous stream. Now I'm going to just get down, knuckle down and do some bloody work, champions. So what I'll do, I'll quickly jot down what I can see anyway of the components that have been removed and things that have been replaced and values that have been changed, although it looks like no values have been changed. The only thing they did change is they changed C1, which is the first stage bypass cap, from 47 to 22 microfarad. That's fuck all different. It's like taking your cutoff point from 5 hertz to 10 hertz. So yeah, is it buffering or is it just me? Is it buffering for anyone else? It looks like it is. I've got no drop frames. Dunno, man. Is everyone else buffering as well? Can you not even hear me asking that question? I think that's YouTube's problem at the moment because I'm not showing any drop frames at my end. No one's answering, so I think the video's shit. Fuck's sake. Alright, let's try that. I just stopped and restarted the stream. Can you hear me now? That was a YouTube problem because I'm transmitting fine from here. It's saying the current bit rate's too high. 360p. How come I've got 1080? No, I don't. Oh my god. I'm just gonna go to the fucking phone, eh? Fucking shit internet. One moment. Oh my god. 360, 144. Is that working now? Let's see. It's really frustrating, eh? Makes me not want to do live streams at all because YouTube's a pain in the ass. Alright, let's see if we're back. This probably lends itself to close looking at shit anyway. So literally the phone's the better option at the moment. Twitch? Pfft. Mate, do I have breasts? Am I a gamer? Am I demoing Bad Dragon toys? No. That's what Twitch people do. Oh, now my battery's about to go dead. Isn't that fantastic? So anyway, let's look at the horror. Broken wires. Arbitrarily changed wires. That cable, wire's moving around in the hole. You've got removed components with wires coming out, going to other things. We've got electrical tape. Shit. We've got tack solders. We've got cheapo metal film plate loads, which is neither here nor there. They're probably fine, but I want to put nice ones in. We've got a relay removed. We've got link wires there and there. We've got squashed resistors with, again, the wire is lifting in and out of the hole, so that pad's fucked. So's that one. So serious rework required there. Probably turrets. Those caps are ignored. As typical De-Fromel, they ignore some of the glaring issues and just focus on a lot of stuff that doesn't matter. One thing they did do was upgraded these, which is good. They're silicon, but the silicon did nothing. It didn't stick, so I don't know if they didn't put enough on or what. But now those solder pads are compromised. Just looking at this camera too, how good is that video? Look how blurry the lines are when you're this close. This is a brand new Samsung Galaxy S23. Supposedly amazing cameras. See the aberrations there as you move towards, see the lines on the silk screen? It's like the camera lens has cataracts. And it's clean too. Like don't think that it's because I've got a dirty lens. It's just look at the bokeh, however you say it. Bokeh. It's unnatural and just really shit looking. Like, look at it. It's like tunnel vision, man. That is a terrible camera. Really bad. I didn't realise it was that bad. I kind of want a refund. So anyway, so are we buffering still? Because it's showing like it's buffering on my end in the Creator Studio. Let's have a look on an actual stream, because often the Creator Studio is a pile of shit and freezes and does all sorts of weird crap. I've got to sit through my own ad. How are we traveling? My video will begin. Oh, that looks alright. Oh, look, tunnel vision. Whoa. Oh. There's a bit of inception there. It gets worse and worse quality, see? That's pretty cool. It's like a 9 Inch Nails album. Now it looks like a film clip from the 90s. Wow. So anyway, it looks like it's streaming okay now. I might try back on the OBS. So I've got the overhead cam and the Rode Wireless Go, which I paid good money for because this battery's about to die. So let's just close this. Bear with me, legends. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Some days it works good, other days it doesn't work for shit. How do I get to that? Alright, let's try that again. That's both cool and terrifying. Reminds me of Psychosis. Wow. Alright, we back? It looks better now. Looks heaps better. 720p. It's as good as it gets. I don't know where you choose that. You should be streaming at 1080. 180p, really? Settings. Alright. Maximum audio, video. Can't change anything until I stop streaming. Alright, 1 minute. Alright, let's see if it crashes. One moment, champs. Alright, we're back. Sorry, legends. Alright, what are we talking about? Mobile streaming app only supports 720 max unless you use a third party one like Prism. I'm using Streamlabs. The one built into YouTube does 1080. I'm still trying to figure that out. It's so opaque trying to stream stuff and figure out all the settings and stuff. It has to have 1080p as a source, yeah. It's just me or the stream end? No, I didn't. Paying customer. Yeah, you're not a customer unless you're paying. Only if you're on Wi-Fi. If you're on cellular, it locks it to 720. I stream 4K on Streamlabs on 5G and it worked. 50 frames a second, believe it or not. I can hear noise of some sort. Yeah, it's probably the Rode Wireless Go right next to the fluorescent. G'day, Alex. Oh, my 75-inch, I can see him with customer. Oh, shit. It's in Australia, sometimes it's their only option. What are we talking about? The bit rate? Stream over cellular. Oh, yeah. I want to see someone populate all the marked but missing components someday just for giggling. Yeah, just see what happens, Jerry. Why the hate for Fromel mods? Most of them are pretty common, no? It's not the mods themselves, Ross. And it's not necessarily hate. I never said I hate Fromel. That's you putting words in my mouth. The issue is that they are presenting these mods as if they're easy and anyone can do them and you don't need any special tools, and all of that is incorrect. And that's when you end up in a situation like this. Time to pour some bourbon while we wait. Bloody oath, Trav. Aren't the missing components for a DeVille? Yeah. Yeah, that's the unpopulated positions. DeVille wants the same board. I guess it's 5 PM somewhere. It's 12:57 on a Saturday, Alex. That's as good as 5 PM in Australia. Teeling single malt, Dustin. I had the Teeling Guinness cask. No, stout cask. I don't think it was actually Guinness. And I wasn't very impressed. On the spiced rum. Redemption High Rye Single Barrel. Ooh, that sounds alright. Most of them accomplish nothing. This is Lyle answering Ross. Most of them accomplish nothing. This is the mods, and the vast majority of would-be modders end up damaging the boards. Exactly, that's the problem. It's not so much the mods themselves, but, well, for example, changing C1 from 47 microfarad to 22 microfarad, and the fact that they supply you with radial caps, not axials, is pretty shit in my books, because that cap, suitable component, does it? You know, radial caps, 3 cents, when for $2.50, which is probably, you could supply an axial cap. And that should be changed to 4.7, not 22. So that's shit. Shitness confirmed. It's an easy way to cook the pads if a person doesn't solder regularly or have experience, or BB made, I might add, if they don't have a temperature controlled iron. Now everyone wants to buy a cheap iron, right? So they buy one for 20 bucks off Amazon or from the Home Depot. That's my American accent. And they don't realize that it's not temperature controlled. If it's temperature controlled, means not that it's set to a temperature with a thermostat. It means that you can adjust that temperature and you can set it and it's accurate and it's calibrated. So you need that because you need to stick to a certain temperature, or the glue that holds the traces to the circuit board immediately lets go of the circuit board and falls off and vaporizes. Not quite vaporized, but you know what I mean. Yeah, if Brad ever gets back to it and lifts the board, you'll see the awful damage underneath. Yep. We're getting there, Lyle. G'day, Scotty. Oh, it just jumped on me. Brad, I want a t-shirt with your face and words underneath. So, no, if I make t-shirts, on the back it'll say, get a dog up ya. I hate Fromel. well, I don't hate them. I never met them. I strongly dislike them. I strongly dislike their marketing. Let's put it that way. Shane, to Psionic Audio, have not seen a video in a while. I'm glad you seem to be okay. He's fine, Shane. He's just working his tits off. Isn't that Jamison with the stout cask? They both did it, Dustin. It was the Teeling. Oh, it had a wanky name. I'm cutting in and out. Am I? Audio, do you mean? Is cutting in and out? Is it still clipping? Alex uses a 80-watt Goot. I did as well before I bought the Hakko, and it was okay. It seemed to be set to a pretty sane temperature. So the Goot stuff was okay, and they sell them at JCar, and their tips seem to be good quality. So the Goot stuff's probably an exception from the rule, but Weller sell a lot of stuff at the hardware stores, and they show the bullshit marketing again. Like they'll show, you know, that classic photo of the chick holding the barrel of the soldering iron, soldering a fucking computer motherboard. Like, who repairs computer motherboards on a component level? Nobody. So when you see a photo of someone soldering a computer motherboard, it just doesn't happen, mate. Maybe in 1993 it happened, but it doesn't anymore. Well, Alex, you fix computer motherboards, like PC. This photo was like a Pentium 3 socket 478 or whatever it was. I've recapped a few motherboards. I have done that as well, but I did that in 2001, not 2023. Anyway, back to it. So, is removed. I'm going to go with pencil because I'll probably fuck up. So K2 is removed. The second largest mountain in the world, is it? K2? K2. Let's get the red pen out. It feels better. I feel like a teacher. If I can find it. Where's the red pen? There it is. Vintage computer stuff. Yes. Computer stuff's cool. The cat plague was a headache. Yes, I replaced the capacitors in my video card in 2001. It was only a year old, 2 years old. Alright, K2's been removed. And the contacts from... Just get the continuity tester out. I can sort of see the traces through the board, but there's no continuity there. Always your probe. So at W19, I don't think that's detailed. But it goes to C. C44. Now I've got to figure out when I lean over, the sound cuts out. Are you fucking serious? Hello, 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 hello. Is that the reception? Let's take it out of my pocket. Let's strap it to a nostril. Does it cut out here? I'll strap it to my lip. Is that convenient? Put it on my ear. Alright, how's that? Is that better? Is that... Yeah, you piece of shit. Oh my god. I just want something that fucking works. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? Hello, hello, hello. Alright, how's that? How's that? How's that? How's that? No, it cut out again. You know what? I'm going to throw everything I own in, and I'm going to move into a cave. Alright, is that cutting out now? Is it the cable? Is it the cable? No, I can see it cutting out on the bar graph. I think it might have been the cable in the phone. I keep saying phone, camera. Alright, let's try that. The moment I played with the receiver, it cut out. I think that's just dirty connections. Fuck me.
For my girlfriend.
It's alright, it's just Michelle. This mic's shit too. Everything I own is shit. I'm just gonna burn it all.
Oh, don't start, Jane. Who are you talking to?
I'm on live stream.
Oh.
What? Yeah. Seems good now. Alright, maybe it's just dirty connections. Alright, how's that? Just keep me updated. Get an SM57 and remove the bridging transformer. What? Transmitter with a boom mic stand. Well, I could always just go. Like a 70s talk show. How you going, legends? We're going old school. We're going old school. I'm not even going to use a hop filter. Alright, I've got to catch up in the chat. Hang on. Ground issue. Don't you love when you have to troubleshoot your equipment while you're troubleshooting an amp? I have an old Gateway G6350 with a Pentium 2 350 and two 3DFX Voodoo 2s. Wow. Have not powered it up in 10 years. So that is Schrodinger's computer, because it may or may not work. When you turn that on, the function will collapse and you'll know for sure. So don't. My other friend Brad over there in Aussie land scored a Tektronix 2245. That's what I've got. Oh no, I've got a 2236. 2245s are great. 85 bucks, yes. Bring it to me and sell it. No, I've got a scope that works fine and I don't have 85 bucks. That's whiskey money. One video I would love is accurate recommendations on solder temperature for each type of board and solder type. Ooh, it's not as simple as that, Ross. It's more thermal capacity of what you're trying to solder. So if you're soldering, say, the center pin on a FET and that's connected to the knee bone, that will absorb a lot of heat. Even if that's strapped to a heat sink, you're going to be sitting there for ages and you've got to crank it right up. If you're soldering to a ground plane, same deal. The solder sucks up all the heat. If you're soldering to an SMD 0603 capacitor, or 803, whatever it is, it will vaporize it. So yeah, got to run, champs. Enjoy the Fromel shit show. See you, Lyle. All right, that sounds really good, doesn't it? But unfortunately, I can't work. Well, I'm holding a microphone. So let me think about this. Let's give it another chance. We'll give the wireless another chance. Hopefully it behaves itself. Can't go wrong with a 57 though. You're 100% right there on that one, Alex. Gaff tape it to my shirt. I'm this close to doing that. Anyway, let's disconnect everything. No need to label it because we're not idiots. We know where stuff goes. Also, how was netball?
It's hot.
Was it hot? Really?
Yeah.
Watch to see the temperature. That's 109 degrees. That's really hot.
You're a doofus. It's got a bit cloudy now.
Yeah, it looks pretty overcast. They only come off when you make a noise. You gotta go. It's like, and it comes off. That's how it works. Oh, that one was really loose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what have they done to Is that just glue? Silicon? So you're going to do all my bookwork now? Clock. I only just got started, mate. I've had customers all day and I haven't done anything again. I've got to make up for lost time. I did sell a fender front. Yes. So let's just cut these wires. Yeah, he just left. He's a busy man. Alright, are we cutting out now? Is it okay? Oh, the Pentium 3 1.4 gigahertz. I always wanted one of them. Well, a copper mine, was it? Tualatin. Yeah, that was the one I really lusted for in high school. Alright, we've got to, before we start cutting the stuff, what the hell goes where. So I'm just going to do like a, what do they call it? Gantt? Yeah, cross-referencey chart. So, PW1A. PW1A. Pin 6. PW1A-1. That's correct. Goes straight to the anode. To this is really difficult. Oh, that's the heater. No, it's not the heater. What am I talking about? It's the cathode. Oh. Righto. I'll see what's going on here. So, 2 has no anyway. So pin 4 on the valve socket goes to PW2A pin 4. What? This is going to do my head in figuring this out. This is so weird. So they've disabled V1B. They've disabled V1B? Really? And they've moved it to PW2B-4. PW2. Alright, so they've disconnected the anode of V1B and they've fed it to the plate load of V2B. What? Alright, what else have they done? So then the cathode, so what the, have they moved the position of the tone stack? Lizard, has anyone bought a lizard queef? I am so sick of seeing a lizard queen pedal. What is it? It's an Octava or something? Who gives a shit? The schematic for it is already online, so nah. Yeah, just build one, Trav. No, but I sold the bad monkey I've had for $250. Yeah, I wouldn't even build it. It's just two stolen DIY circuits slapped together. This is JHS, was it? I don't know. I stay out of the pedal world. Didn't bother with it because I didn't want to hear a thing. It's an octave fuzz, not exactly groundbreaking tech there. Yeah, I couldn't understand the hype. I don't bother to analyse it, but that doesn't surprise me. Yeah. Anyway. It looks like we're back in 1080p, legends. Kind of like Fromel. Oof, shots fired. Okay, P1B6 goes to, yep, that's right. And they've another one that is used as shield, I guess. Like these wires here. Shielding between the different wires. Alright, I'm going to return this thing. I'm going to charge back this seller because he's PayPal. Fuck him. It's the software. Auto. Got no time for this shit anymore. We're going auto. Alright, is it still cutting out? For the mic fund. Thanks, Travis. I'm not sure there's an option though. How much money we spend at it, we throw at it, will be any success. Thank you very much though, Travis. Oh, man. So how is it now? Is it still cutting out? I should have just stuck with the original mic, but people commented on the excessive background noise and also the fact that it picks up the audio so well in the it's alright, whatever. Now everything's freezing. It just cut out. Because something's flighting me. So it's not this. It's not that. I wonder if it's the capture card. I'm gonna go to the SM7. All right, how about now? Is that another customer? I think it's OBS crashing. Not crashing, freezing. So is it cutting out still? The mic isn't gaining up enough to pick me up. Pick me up before you go. Alright. That gain is all the way up. What is wrong with this thing? Let's try another mic, eh? It looks like I'm freezing still. Let's play with the filter. 57 does the job. It always does. Has he had problems for 66 minutes? Yep. Maybe sitting at home writing code and not dealing with idiots. Yeah. Looks like the stream, not just the audio. Yeah, I restarted the router. I restarted the computer. And dealt with the customer. Kind of shitty to not just stop the stream and start it again later. I don't know what you're getting at, Eric. What, it's shitty that I'm streaming to you. Well, there's a red X in the corner. Press it and go do something else. Pretty simple. I'm battling here, mate. I'm trying to make it work for you. And there's a lot of stuff out of my control. I'm on my second bourbon. Relaxed enough to roll with it at this point. Kind of potato vision, but it's working. So let's crack on. I agree, Dustin. So hopefully that audio is better now. Looks like it's stopped pausing. So let's test the mics again. All right, let's test the overhead. All right, you let me know if it cuts out. Alright, I just want to get on with this now because I'm a bit over. Alright, how's that? Let's see if it was the camera. It's a process of elimination. Now you've got fantastic glass on a fantastic camera. Problem is the zoom range isn't very wide. But you got to piss with the cock you got. Now I've completely lost sight of what I was going to do. Yeah, so I was mainly trying to figure out what the deal is with this triode. They've shifted. So the pin 6 for the V1B, so the plate in V1B is connected to the plate for V2B. So where's V2B plate? That would be pin 4. Pin 4 of that connector on the board on 4 goes to V2B plate. What? So they've swapped them over. Right, Chris. No. Not camera. Okay. The software. Oh shit! Hang on. I think I remember something. Setting. Fantastic Panasonic focus. Just over the triodes. This one is connected. So why have they swapped? There's a logical reason for that. I'll try that now. Yeah, I have worked on base breakers. It was nothing major though, but yeah, if it was, it could get expensive rather quickly. So that's 22. That 1 microfarad C4. C56. That's 22. All the hundreds are the same. C25, sorry, R25. R25 depopulated, R20 depopulated, R19 depopulated, the relay has been bypassed, so that's K2. It's been fed directly to the grid. of now, well, whatever this is. C9 has been depopulated, so that's been hardwired to the cathode of V2B. Man, no wonder this thing didn't work. I did reboot everything. You still getting audio problems? I just changed the setting to the hardware encoding. I seem to remember that had something to do with audio glitches in the past. Yeah, I'm just I'm trying to reverse engineer the mods, figure out what the hell. So far they look nonsensical. I don't know if I'm just not smart enough. C9 goes directly to V2B. Alright, so let's follow the audio. So the audio comes in here, the signal path comes over here, comes out here, so something's feeding back into this one. So where are they changing the position of the tone stack? Maybe. Oh my god, this is hard. Because I don't know if the mods have been implemented perfectly as per instructions either. I've got to sit there and figure it out. And there's a wire there that doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, I think we're just wasting our time on this. So I've been commissioned to return this to stock. So I think I'm just losing sleep over something I'm never going to figure out. I'll read the mods and figure out if they're valid off the instructions, but I don't think these are even exactly as per the instructions. So we'll just snippety doodah. Oh, it feels good. Oh yeah. Can't be as bad as the Bogner Alchemist. Yeah, I empathise with you there, Alex. Oh, we've got a broken ground connection too. That's the shielding for the reverb. So I don't get this. Why do they shield the wire and then shield it again? Because inside here is a braid. See that? And then that's connected to the ground down on that pin. And now my chair's starting to sink by itself. Oh man, people wonder why YouTubers go quiet for months at a time. I'm just going to cut that. Because that soldering sketchy anyway. The wire lead preparation, I mean. De-solder that reverb coax. Oops, if you turn it on. Alright, so audio's fine now, so I think it was that setting. There's crutch cam. Yeah. You're a smarter man than I, Alex. So now I can't really zoom in and show you all the chaos.
Alright. Sorry I'm using you for guinea pigs to figure out my audio issues. But now we can zoom. See, that zoom range is ridiculous. That's why I use a camcorder. Because that was a 12 to 40mm lens before. Now this is like a million. It's like a 6 to a million. So a few caps there, we'll get rid of them. Check the temp on the soldering station because I don't want to make them worse than they already are. Get the BOFA going, which is another reason why I might try the road again. On the road again. Hey, it's got a mic just built into the thing too. Maybe I'll try that. Alright, now I'm way too loud. Alright, that's better. Dusty's better. Need to do what Curtis at Cutting Edge does. Just work and let the wife handle a camera and mic. But I need a dog too. Yeah, Michelle wants to get a dog. Alright, I'll try that. No, too loud. So I'll desolder the reverb. Still holding on by one lead. Curtis at Cutting Edge. Who's that? What's Cutting Edge? Alright, is it cutting out now, legends? I'm just going to use you as guinea pigs, alright? Still good. There's always that thing in the back of your mind though, that how good how long is it going to stay good for? Does that pick up much of the BOFA? Message. Don't send the road back yet. Yeah, I'll look like an idiot. It's just everything's so hard. Everything's a battle, eh? Nothing comes easy. It's just, I don't know. I haven't been in a great frame of mind the last few weeks. Get another solder pult. Eee. So I posted to the community page. It's Mark Arm on stage. The customer just texted me on stage with the twin that we rebuilt. That was last night, I think, or the night before. So what is it? Saturday, Friday. I think they did 2 nights. So that's Mark Arm from Mudhoney playing through the twin. Happy days. And he just messaged me to tell me that he's told it sounded fantastic. That's what we want. It makes it all worthwhile to know that my heroes are playing through amplifiers that I've restored. That's all worthwhile. So this thing's just a cardboard filter. Put it in, line it up, press the button accidentally, scare yourself, and clip it in, which is good. How you going, Wes? Did you just join us? I thought you were already here. Send me a care package. Don't worry about that, Alex. You got bills to pay, mate. Don't worry about me. Oh, you're watching a movie with your wife. That's lovely. What time is it? It must be pretty late over there. What is it, like midnight or something? It is 1:55 PM on Saturday here. Thanks to Lyle's watch. I'm using some braid in honour of Lyle. Just wiping those pads. We've only lost 1 pad, so we might be able to jump at that. See the actual pin on the valve socket, so I'll reflow them anyway. I'll take the boards out because I want to inspect them. Almost midnight in Michigan. How are we going with the storms over there? I heard there was another run of pretty sketchy supercells. Or all the weather hype channels were going, it's gonna be a massive day. You know, this one guy that just sits there and looks at the weather map for like 6 hours on end in a live stream or more, and just hypes up the weather. He's like a weather hype man. And hey, there's gonna be tornadoes. He's just trying to get views. That's all. It's a bit of a scummy thing to do, really, in my opinion. Worrying people just to get views, and they sort of misrepresent. They sort of virtue signal that they're helping, when really they're just hyping the weather to get views. Going to send you a LED help PCB. Let it be. Yeah, cool. LED. What's an LED helper, Alex? Not sure what you mean there, but bit of a snowstorm coming through Manitoba. All good now. I saw AVE post a video the other day, and he still had snow. So there you go. Just a bit of rain here might be a big deal in other states. Okay. Death by hot rod. G'day, bludder spladdle. Yeah, death by hot rod indeed. It was worth it when he gave me the money. Hang on, what money? What are we talking about, 6? I was going to come out and see you today, 6, but I'm too busy. I might do it next weekend. Today's the first day of the year we've had normal temps, 80 degrees. Yeah, right. Ground wire's been disconnected. Oh, that was probably me. Alright, so there's a fair bit more damage on this side of the amp, on this board. These boards are just so delicate, you really need to be careful. Where'd my tweezers go? Just had them. Oh, they're hiding. It's just a board that has drop resistor and pads. More about the name though. Is that a customer? Ah, it's Shell closing the shop. She's a good woman. She knows what I want. I want to be left alone. Goodbye, pad. Nice knowing you. That road didn't cut out from the other side of the shop. Yeah, I think it's transmission's not the issue. What was the problem? There's a setting in here in OBS for software versus hardware encoding. Now, when I was having issues with the bitrate, I thought, oh, maybe I need to change it to software encoding because this doesn't have a video card, this thing. And even if it did have a video card, I think there's no video card on planet Earth that OBS actually utilises. So that's a problem. A lot of the software these days, oh yeah, it performs well with a video card, but there's like one video card in existence that software actually can utilise. And then if you're using multiple software packages, it's like you've got to have a different video card for every fucking piece of software, right? Not exactly economically viable. There goes a pad, just vaporised. Oh, what a mess. This is almost a contender for a gut and rebuild, eh? Yeah, so that was the poorly or the radial cap instead of an axial cap. It was mini in comparison to the old Electro voice you had earlier that were cut out when you really did it. That's lame. That thing's supposed to be a bit of professional equipment. So yeah, don't buy Electro voice transmitters, they're shit. Rode, built here in Sydney, does a better job. I'm really curious about Rode.
How did they get so successful when they're still manufactured in Australia? There's got to be some trick to it, because that's not by any means the rule, that's the exception. Because yeah, everything's made in China. So yeah, they've got some trick up their sleeve that they've managed to create one of the most successful companies in the world still manufactured in Australia. It's quite impressive, and I'm very, very proud to have them in the same city as me, even though I don't really have anything to do with them, but it's pretty cool. Much respect. Saul Corral, yes, works for them. You should reach out to him. I chat to Saul from time to time. He's gone a bit quiet these days because I've left a lot of the AMP groups on social media because it started getting too hostile. I didn't like it, and there was no vetting in a lot of them, so there was just some really just disrespectful people in there, and I didn't have time for it. It's just a few times where you try and help someone and you pretty much get abused for trying to help. Yeah, when all your competition is obscenely overpriced, it helps. But like Rode came up with products that no one else offered, like the Go. And now everyone's coming out with copies. Rode is still, and this is something to do with it as well, the marketing. Everything's got a big logo and that gold dot and that logo. And you know what? You put it here, prominent in the interviews, brand awareness, very smart. Now normally that's a bit of a mark of a amateurish bit of gear, but because it performs okay. Sorry, Rode, from what I said earlier, because it was me being an idiot and going off half-cocked as usual. So basically, any NVIDIA modern card, they also have their own NVE, NC or AV1 encoders for handling the video side. Are they, have you tried them with OBS though? Is that what you've got, Six? I'm genuinely curious. Not bi-curious. Because you've got some pretty hefty computer gear, don't you, Six? Like for video editing. For those 3 videos a year that you produce. Just taking the piss. Taking the piss. Vid curious. Yeah, I am. Becoming like the audiophile community. What is the video stuff? Oh, I know you mean the groups, right? Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, it's a bit like that, I guess. It's so say someone has a problem with their amplifier. My amplifier's crackling. And then someone says it's the output transformer. They're super confident it's definitely the output transformer. So old mate buys a new output transformer for $300, installs it, crackling remains. So you try and say it's probably not the output transformer, mate. It's probably a valve for a bad connection or a shitty plate load resistor. And you get shot down. Even though you've done that 50 million times, if you offer anything except for what these people definitely claim it is, they attack you. And I've got no time for that. Or the other thing is, someone will say, my amp's crackling, what is it? And then, unless you answer it perfectly and it's something very simple, as simple, replace R1, then they get angry because it's difficult. And then they call you a gatekeeper because you say something like, have you ever opened an amp before? And they say no. And then you say, well, maybe, like, do you want to start a lifelong career in electronics or hobby in electronics, or do you just want your amp to work? And then they go, I want my amp to work. And you go, well, take it to a tech. And they go, I thought this was why this group existed. It's here. I'm here to learn. It's like, you're not really. You just want your amp fixed for as cheap as possible. So the best way to do that is go to a tech. Just being realistic. Makes sense. I had a pair of NT5s before they got destroyed in a rainstorm that blew the stage roof off. Spewing. Well, you know what I've got, Dustin? A pair of NT5s. Yeah, they are. Beautiful little things. I've had these for, God, it's kind of depressing, but like about 20 years now. Fantastic. I couldn't afford Neumann KM 184s or whatever they were called. Very hot output. So I made some little inline pads, 20 dB pads, because my recording device at the time didn't have input pads. Nice case too. How'd you get Subway? So, well, I was gonna finish up and yeah, sorry. All right, we'll go for dinner instead. Do you want to go for dinner with me? Do you want to go for dinner with me? Your husband? Yeah, I'm always busy. It doesn't mean I can't make time for you. Yeah, it's a huge case for the tiny mics, but they're never going to get broken, are they? They're very nice sounding mics. I like them. That was it was pretty impressive value for money at the time too. I don't know what they're worth now. I think they've gone a generation or two on since. Wow, what's that holding on to? Oh, that's the lead of the cap. All right. Let's have a look at this. You got that wire linking the two. I thought that was just a bit of bus wire, but it's actually the lead from that capacitor C7 that's been replaced. So that's ripped its pad and the trace. Too far. Alright, so I'll just remove the solder from that and cut it off. Run an actual wire. I'm not happy with how anything's installed, so I'm going to go over it. So yeah, someone commented earlier about what's with the hate for Fromel. It's, like I say, it's not aimed at Fromel, it's the fact that they market them to just end users who do this. And it's no, like, it's nothing against the customer, the owner of this amplifier, because everything in the instructions led him to believe that it's a piece of cake. It's just you've got to pay attention and do it carefully, and how was he to know? Better than a lot of mics that just come in a little bag. Oh God. I'm going back to my immaturity again. So there was this song by John Williamson. He's a country music national icon. And it was, I forget what the name of the song was. I think it was called the Bag Song or something. And it was about back when roadside breath testing for alcohol consisted of a couple of crystals in a paper bag, and you'd breathe into the bag, and if the crystals changed colour, you had alcohol on your breath. And that was the method of that was the method of determining whether you were drunk driving or not. So there's this song about getting pulled over by a cop, and he asked him to blow in the bag, and he misinterpreted that. I'm just going to leave it there. Please blow into the bag, please, sir, to test your capability. So blow into the bag and we'll see. Good song, you should look it up if you've got a sense of humour and you're immature like me. So I'm going to remove these caps and just prep the leads a little bit nicer and silicone them. That silicone might have been off the old caps. Maybe there was none applied, because they're not even trying to stick and they're damaging the pads. Feels like that pad's gone. Oh no, it's because I desoldered it. Did you get me, Subway? Oh, thanks. So I should be eating right now. So I'll remove that silicone. Silicone. Sharpen my chisel. We're almost there, champs. I'm going to have to drill out these holes here and put turrets in there, as I've done in the past. Those pads are destroyed. And the De-Fromel mods ignored the Zenas and the caps that get cooked by the Zenas and power resistors, so they've had some oversights as well. So we'll replace them. They're only 85 degree rated, and we'll replace this C45 while we're there. May as well just do all the radials. Make it as solid as we can. I'll remove some of the tone stack parts first. You can see, no you can't because it's blurry. You can see there the R12. It's a bit cooked. This lead's hanging out, destroyed pads again. So, oh man, you can even smell the burnt fiberglass there. Oh yeah. So that iron was hot. One sec, legends. Alright, so that resistor looks like it actually got burned by the soldering iron. See this lead here, how it's discoloured? Turn the thing off. It's discoloured on that lead and that end of the resistor's discoloured, so that's not the resistor overheating. That's the soldering iron cooking the resistor. And you can see how blackened the board is there, and that's not going to clean up with alcohol either. That's not burnt flux, that's burnt fiberglass, because I smelled it when I heated it up. That is cooked, and it's literally vaporized those pads. There wasn't even any remainder of the pad left. So I'm going to have to dig that out a bit, and because I think that was the slope resistor R12. R12, yep, that's 130k slope resistor, so that's got high voltage on it. And my god, man, 130k, and that one is 130k. So what was the point of replacing it? Oh, let's dig that out. My hobby knife. Would you blow into the bag and we'll see? There's ASMR there. Cheap bag just means more money went into building the mic, right? Well, that's what you'd like to think, wouldn't it? It's a bit like whiskey, and they give you the fancy boxes that fold out, and you know, it's just, dude, can you just knock $10 off the price and give it to me in a paper bag? I don't care about your wanky gatefold bloody box. Just want your whiskey. Still a bit of residue there. Just because it's high voltage, I don't want to risk it conducting to anything else.
any of the neighbouring traces. Alright, the Goon Live at Goon Back, yeah. Yeah, that was an April Fool's joke from Glenn Livett. I like that, that was good. The amount of people that fell for it, it's like, even very intelligent colleagues of mine fell for a lot of April Fool's gags. I'm not mentioning names. You just forget the date. C6, Wiha. Oh, a big spender. But yeah, destroyed traces, destroyed pads. My 414s have individual aluminium cases, everything you might need. Yeah, that's nice, man. I love 414s, they're fantastic mics. It makes me want to get back into production, but there's no money in it. I've got bills to pay. Yeah, Wihas. I wonder what he charged for them, 15 bucks each. Good on you, De-Fromel. Hey, it's a good gig if you can get it. 1000% markup on parts. Yeah, I used some 414s back when I was studying technical production. Man, they make a drum kit come to life. Or a piano. I loved them on piano. There was a grand piano in the studio there, and man, micing that thing up was fun. Especially if there's a really nice player and moving stuff and going into the control room and hearing the differences. It's super fun. I'm going to get rid of the plate loads as well. I'm going to put a relay back in. I've got those relays. When I was starting out, I had a couple of Hot Rod Deluxes, I think 2 come in with bad relays. I don't know if they had a bad batch, but I bought like 20 of them thinking it was going to be an ongoing thing, and I haven't seen one since. Oops. Guys like you and Lyle have permanently dissuaded me from ever becoming the local amp hatchet meister. Presented with a board like this one, I'd run. Yeah. I have 414 XLS match pair as my drum overheads. That would be fantastic, Wes. You're a man of good taste. I can tell. What whiskey do you drink? So they've reflowed the input jack solder joints, but no damage there. That's good. Using the SE VFR1 ribbons. Yeah, I've seen them and wonder what they were like. Ribbons worry me because they're delicate, and I'm a Neanderthal, so I probably don't deserve to have ribbons. One of my friends actually, the bloke I post songs of every now and then, Jordan Thomas, he re-ribboned his ribbon mic. He's a smart man. He just does it for a hobby, you know, playing with the mics and stuff, and he crimped it. He either made or borrowed a crimper. 120 proof bourbon. Oof. That's a spicy meatball. You know what that is, babe? 120 proof.
Gross.
Gross. It's 60%. My lady, they can hear you. Look.
I feel like I have to curtsy when you call me.
Say something.
Hi.
Oh, I spat on you because you moved. It's time for a cup of tea, is it?
I feel like I have to curtsy when you call me my lady.
My lady. Well, all the medieval Netflix shows you've been watching.
That's their lady. Hello, lady.
What did I come over here for? Yeah, I just don't want to eat on stream because I'll hear my munching noises. Well, it is getting on. It's 2:30.
Yeah, it is. That's why I got it, 'cause I was like,
Won't eat dinner if I don't eat now.
um,
How did you get hair in the tea
nah,
bags?
you did it, bro.
It's not my hair, mate. I don't have hair.
Nah, Broseph.
Can you make me a cuppa? Thank you.
What is this?
You married me. You've signed up to servitude. Cup of tea with a splash of bourbon. Oh, I don't know if I want whiskey yet, Wes. It's 2:30 p.m.
No, Wes.
I had quite a few beers last night with an old schoolmate, 2 old schoolmates. I was going to come home at 9 o'clock. Ended up coming home. When did I come home? 1:30?
Yep.
We got talking, you know. These things happen.
You were vibing.
I was vibing, that's right. I messaged you saying we're vibing. They had a good laugh about that. I'm not coming home, I'm vibing. Not that kind of vibing. Seems about right for a Friday night. So, if we're talking cask strengths, my favourite comes from Portland, Oregon. Why is that not melting? Did I pick up bus wire again? I've done that so many times. I'll have a roll of bus wire while I'm working away. And sometimes I'll extend the end out a bit so I can get in somewhere and line it up. And then I'll pick up the bus wire and I'll be like trying to solder with it. And I'm going, what the hell? And then I realise I've picked up the bus wire. Vibing at Panthers. No, I didn't go to Panthers.
Vibing at the big cat.
Vibing at the pink cat. Yeah. The big cat. Oh, that's what you call it. The big cat.
Pink cat.
Pink cat. No, that's Pink Panther. Yeah.
Cat.
So, Brad D'Enya must be an Aussie, and he must be in Western Sydney. John Williamson, not the country music singer I was talking about, John Williamson keeps his bourbon in the frig. Drink it straight, save the ice. Yeah, I'd like it at room temperature. Cork sniffing bloody dickhead that I am. Never ice in whiskey or bourbon. Yeah, I agree, Wes. He's in Aussie, but he's in UK. Ah, you love it. I went to Tower of London for the tourist thing, and the guy that was the tour guide, he said, "Is there any Australians in the crowd?" Yeah. And then he goes, "Oh, that's lovely. Are you here on holidays or here on parole?" Not even Brits put bourbon in tea. Yeah, not tea. Coffee? Yeah. Whiskey, Irish coffee. That works. It kind of ruins both drinks though. Alright, let's start cutting traces and removing pads and all that fun stuff. That one just disappeared. Yeah, so sorry, I was talking about cask strength whiskies. Portland, Oregon make Westwood single malts, and my favourite was the rum cask, and that was 62 point something percent, 62.5 or something. Is a spicy meatball. You got to watch that. A bit of water, otherwise you it's overpowering. You can't taste anything. Hot toddy in the winter. What you and hot toddy get up to in your own time is your own business, Wes. I'd rather a glass of whiskey next to my cup of coffee. Yeah, now you're talking, Dustin. I think I did that a few times in the first lockdown. Because, well, you know, down was up was down, everything was arse about. And Big Clive would stream on a Saturday night over there, so that would be Sunday morning here. So I'd have a sly Irish coffee or breakfast whiskey while he was streaming. He's still doing it. So ever since the first lockdown, he started streaming every Saturday night over there in Isle of Man, and he's still doing it to this day, 3 years later, which is pretty cool. I still catch it when I can. Man, there is so much damage on this thing. Even over here, just a couple of random burns in the soldering iron. Alright, let's get rid of the diodes. I had a 64.5% cask strength bottle of bullet bourbon, yeah, in a festival rider. Got properly fucked on that. I'd say it sneaks up on you, but it doesn't. It punches you in the face. You know, two drams and you're well on your way. One bottle I've had as a bit of a stayer, like one I'll always have, is the Ardmore. That's a really affordable, lightly peated single malt, and it's about $60 a bottle. Fantastic value. It's the best whiskey you can get for that price. Hands down. The hands are down and everything. Oh, those two pads were connected, not supposed to be. So there's no telling where this signal was cutting off because it was just so much wrong. So now we'll go about the task of re-establishing the circuit. I should try some Welsh whiskey. Yeah, I've had a look. I haven't pulled the trigger on any yet, but I am aware of a few. I haven't heard of that one. There's Nick's Wine Merchants over here, and they've got all the whiskies divided up by country. But the best one so far is the Rare Liquor King in Melbourne. 128 bottles of Lagavulin 16, when no one else has it in stock, and if they do, it's $200. I'm enjoying the whiskey talk. I used to be a bartender in a whiskey bar in London. That sounds fantastic. I love whiskey bars, man. They've got a different dynamic to your normal bar. How'd you find the what am I trying to say? The clientele. Were they a bit more genteel than your average pub? Was there smoking allowed inside then? Even here in the US, it's hard to find a lot of good American bourbons. Yeah, everyone just has it's like amps, man. Every music shop has Vox, Fender, Marshall, maybe Orange. They don't have Jaminos or Fukes or Friedman or dare I say it, Bogner. You gotta expand your horizons a little bit, find that stuff, and you gotta know where to get it, which is good. Keeps it a little bit exclusive. All right, that blackness on there, see around there, that was just texture. I think he was circling what he needed to do or change or whatever, making notes for himself. You have to know somebody to get on the list when the local shop gets their delivery, yeah, because it's almost like a ballot for some of these places. So there's a bar in Sydney that specialises in American bourbons, and they've got 380 different types of American bourbons, and there ain't no Jim Beam white label on that wall. And I fitted out the PA system in that place. Little plug there. And it's called Jolene's, and it's on York Street, and it's a fantastic country and blues bar. And they've got 380, I think it was at last count, American single malts. The owner, when he was starting the bar, he went over to the States, and he was guest at a dinner with Booker No's family. They had him over as I guess a bit of a schmaltzy thing, you know, like, not schmaltzy, what's the word? Schmoozing. Schmoozing? Is schmoozing a word? Yeah, okay. Shell said it's a word. My local mum and pop shop has Sir, yes. Friedman, yes. Milkman, pretty sweet. I've been trying to get them to carry 2 Rock, yes. Here in Manitoba, liquor is provincially regulated. Can only get it in government shops with shits. What? Really? Wow, I didn't know that. Is that just Manitoba? Huh. Did not know that. Well, that sucks a bit. Yeah, I installed the PA system in Jolene's, consisting of 2 DB Technology sub 618s, 2 LVX15 front of houses, 3 LVX10 foldbacks, Allen and Heath QU16 digital console, the 6818 or whatever it's called, digital snake. And when I installed it, the owner was there, and he looked at me, he looked very uneasy, and he said, mate, is this going to be powerful enough? Like, he sort of stood back and looked at it with his arms folded and sort of scrunching his face up. I said, plug your phone in, because I'd just powered it up. He plugs his phone in. I said, choose a song, something that you know pretty well. So he played some, I think it was Brad Paisley or something, and we cranked it right up, and he goes, oh shit, turn it down, turn it down. And there's people in the offices upstairs, and he's, yeah, that allayed his fears. He didn't have to worry about whether it was powerful enough after that. Mind you, PA systems always sound super impressive with an empty room, but you fill it with spongy people and you lose a lot of efficiency. Well, not efficiency, but they soak up a lot of the coverage. So they're 85 degrees as well. Good old Fender. Yeah, proper Scottish place. Never been there. My place was Boysdale, Canary Wharf. You ever been to Boysdale, Canary Wharf? Whiskey bar in London? No. No. Michelle used to run a bar. Where was it?
Colnbrook.
Where? Colnbrook? Colnbrook? Colnbrook?
C-O-L-N.
C-O-L-N Brook. What was the name of the place?
Ye Old George.
Ye Old George.
Near Slough.
Michelle used, near Slough. Michelle used to run that. Well, you were the bar manager, weren't you? Bar manager. How many pints of cider did you drink a day?
Way too many.
Way too many. Times have changed. Now she's bringing me tea.
It was fucking 20 years ago.
Where's your bar skills?
Yeah.
Was that 20 years ago?
Shit, yep.
I was just out of school. You were running a bar. I was getting kicked out of bars and you were running them. Ah, look at that. Thank you, woman. Here, cup of tea.
Alright, cup of guts.
Oh, God. A wee cuppy. It doesn't look very good on camera. Someone just said it's a shithole.
Oh, I didn't say it was amazing.
Is that near Cockfosters?
Hey.
Do you foster cocks there? Most expensive whiskey was a 1946 Macallan. £2,700 for a double shot. That's just dick swinging if you buy one of them. Iowa had state liquor stores when I was a kid. 1960. Alright, we're pretty much where we need to where we need to be before we start reconstructing. So let's get the turrets in for the low voltage area. How are those diode pads looking? Shit. Yeah, they're shit too. So I'll drill 8 holes, sorry. 4 for the resistors. Are you posting links from... Michelle's posting links from the other computer. You know you've got a Google account, I can make you an admin.
No, I don't need to be an admin.
Sneaky, sneaky. Do not underestimate my sneakiness. She will ban us all. Don't ban them all. I need some viewers.
I've got pie mash and liquor night.
Pie mash and liquor night. It sounds like a good night. Isn't that all every pub in London has? Not London. Where was that?
Yeah,
The UK.
yeah.
They just have pies and mash and peas. Pea pie floater. No Docklands, mate. Yeah, I think that the website is a fair representation. Alright, I've got to click it now. I've got to find out what it looks like.
Oh, it's Cockney night.
Cockney night. It's Cockney night every night there, isn't it? Isn't it?
Definitely had every updo as well, isn't it?
Upgrade, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it pretty rough? It looks good from the outside.
Yeah, looks alright.
What's on? Any cover bands? Oh, there's a guy playing acoustic. Live band. Unspecified live bands. DJ twice a month. Oh, what's today? Fulham versus Leeds and Man City versus Sheffield. Is that Sheffield United? I don't know anything about football. At least it's actually football. We call it football here and you carry the bastard. It's hard to make bad decisions before 10 PM. They're only open till 10. Really? What?
It's UK drinking laws.
What?
Yeah.
Pubs aren't open after 10 PM? Anywhere in the UK? Even London? Are you telling me you can't go to a pub at midnight in London? What? What? That's ridiculous. I thought Sydney was bad with its lockout laws. So everyone's at home in bed by 10. Wait, that is some temperance shit right there. I'm never going to the UK again. We were out after midnight when we were there. Has that changed recently? Weren't we?
Maybe on the weekend, but weeknights is 10.
Oh, weeknights. Okay, so yeah, well that's fair enough. But you know, there's night shift workers and stuff. That's a bit unfair. Yeah, that is shit, Brad. Jesus, poor bastards.
Oh, maybe we have to go back to Pitlochry.
Pitlochry.
Where I worked. I just posted them on I said where I worked as well, Pitlochry.
Oh, yeah.
They have the biggest and tastiest selection of
I find that hard to believe. That's
Someone's testimonial.
That's like burger places saying it's the best burger or best pizza in town. It's just like, no, it's not. If you got to say it, it isn't. 1,000 UF, 1,000 oofs, 100 oofs. So what have we got? We've got 100, 100, 100. 100, 100. 47 160s. I think 160 is an overkill, isn't it, for the bias supply? I've got hundreds. Depends on the alcohol license. Ah, okay. Where's the power supply? He hasn't printed the power supply one. Alright. I'll have a look at the computer one. It's alright, Brad. You don't need to shut up. That's interesting. Cheap compared to Aussie. I couldn't get over in Germany where they sold cans of one of my favourite beers, Franziskaner, in like corner stores, and it was like €2 a can for a half litre. See ya, Antonix, if you're off. Come on, computer. Can't really do anything when it's streaming. It just sits there looking at me when I press something. Fender. Ka-ba-bing. Sorry, Chance, just looking at the schematic. One moment. Few different revisions where they change the power supply a bit on these. Okay, yeah, so this is the one with some high voltage on the bias supply, 160, 47 160. So I need some caps, man. That sucks. I've only got 100 volters. Oh, I can't finish any jobs this week, honestly. Deep breaths. Let's get 100 mark. They're only 100 as well. Because this one has a resistor after the cap, not before it. That's fantastic. I'll do everything but that.
Can I go get it, please, someone?
Are you going to drive to Thief River Falls, Minnesota? Thanks for the offer though. Top class sealer. Why are they running 100 volts there when they've only got 40 volts, 50 volts? You can do 63. Just put back in what was there. C3942. Looks like there was a lot of Fromel on that board. Yes, there was. Hi bro, what amp is that? Just tuning in live here. So this is a Hot Rod Deluxe that was, yeah, Fromel'd and lots of damage. So I'm just correcting it and returning it to stock with a few improvements. When I was there, last order was midnight. Cocktail clubs close at like 4 AM. Oh, you're reading the comments anyway, aren't you? Oh, okay. Right, see you, Wes. Have a good one, mate. So I'll grab some relays. The ones. They look a bit bigger though. No, that's not the one. That's the speaker relay out of a Mark base, I think. A couple of Omrons. Let's check the ratings. 24 volt, yep. 0.6 amp. Yep. .30 volt DC. Yep. Footprint fits. Oh, you're still here. I thought you were saying you were gone. It's alright, mate. Welcome back, or not. On the long streams, just kind of expect people to come and go, whatever. You do you, man. That's what I've got to order too. I've got 3 of them. I just did a tube amp doctor order and I forgot to order caps. I'm saving them for the next Hot Rod Deluxe. We'll reuse the F&Ts, there's nothing wrong with them. Looks like that the leads weren't overheated or anything. My shop has a few million of those. Yeah, Tater's stuff's addictive, man. You get on there and you think, oh, everything's so cheap. And before you know it, your shopping cart's like $800 and you're like, ooh. You start culling stuff. It's very easy to go overboard on Tater because everything seems so cheap. Solder that relay in there before it goes walkabout. And we'll get happy with the drill. 'Cause I'm happy. just taking the pads off before drilling it, or the drill can sometimes rip off half the trace as well. Did Tad have a dealer site like CE? No, they sell direct to the public. There are resellers. They have a bit of a markup, obviously, but then they also handle the shipping and the import charges. So if you're not buying huge amounts, I'll just buy it off the local resellers. But yeah, TAD, sell direct to the public. It's worth hitting them up for a trade account too. That was relatively pain free and a significant discount. There's my black Nikita, so metal. Any other turrets required? Everything else is too close together. So I'll have to leave it there, I think. I hope you're not hearing swallowy noises because it's right near my neck. That'd be gross. Sorry. Ah, didn't drill all the way through. Sitting pretty at bench height. Get the reaming tool. And a wee little hammer. Check back at 3 AM. See you, Jerry. That hammer's piss weak. Need more mass. It needs something to back it up. That rubber is absorbing a bit of the force. Bit of mild steel. Ah, that's better. Real good for my laptop. Hammering on the bench right next to it. So there's the turret. Here's the like backing tool, so it diverts its force onto the shoulder, not onto the tip, because the tube of it would collapse. And that's hitting a link. So W46 needs to go. Get rerouted. Yeah, it's almost a replacement board job, but no one makes them. So there is a guy that makes different circuits that go in, drop in, like a kit. It was based on like a Super Lead overdrive or something from memory, but I don't know what they cost or where to find them, and the customer didn't want one, so here we are. Alright, turret's installed. That's for the resistors. And we'll do the ones for the diodes. Oh, better order some more turrets too. Take it easy. See you on the next one. No, it doesn't make a connection to the trace, not a reliable one anyway. You got to solder a wire. Alright, there's our little forest of turrets. Well, you know what, champs, I think I might leave it there because my Subway wrap's getting a bit soggy as we speak. So I'm going to go eat because it's 3 PM and I haven't had breakfast or lunch. So I'll talk to you, I don't know, when this one's finished. I'll talk to you when I'm looking at you. Yeah. Everyone's going to bed anyway because it's the States and it's like past midnight. So have a good one, legends. Have a good weekend, what's left of it. And I'll see you on the next one. As Clive would say,